So I've had an idea for a video for a while now, and it's the kind of idea that if you're a content creator, you get really excited about it because it's a really big, awesome idea, but that might be the problem, is that the idea is too big and too awesome to actually actionably accomplish. As I've researched more about content creation and I've made more stuff by myself, I've realized that it's a lot better or easier to manage if you just have like a simple concept or idea that you can just if you have a simple idea that you can just execute. Because I think it's easy for us to get wrapped up in our heads and think of these cool, convoluted, awesome things, but at the end of the day, you have to do something that you can actually manage, right? So I have a really cool concept for an idea, but it requires that I attain skills that are not yet readily available to me. There's probably a broader conversation to be had where it's like, is an idea actually big, or is it just your brain kind of processing that an idea is too big and kind of making it a non-starter for you because you're intimidated by the idea, but like that's not the idea, it's you and how your brain is processing it and you're afraid of success or whatever. I won't get into that though. That's probably another topic for another day, or for someone who knows more about human psychology than I do. But now we're both overwhelmed, so let's start the video. Basically, I'm going to find out if I can teach an AI how to play a game. It's for a more specific video I want to make, but I've been overwhelmed by that. Now I'm going to actually learn how to teach an AI how to play a game before I do what I actually want to do. If you watch my challenge series, the last one was Legacy of Goku 2, I mentioned that I'm a software developer. I'm a computer guy, if you didn't know that. For my job, I'm a software engineer. But I forgot that I pulled that up. I haven't ever done anything with AI or machine learning, and that's, I think, usually with Python. I've dabbled a little bit with Python, but most of my stuff has been with other computer languages. I know basic Python syntax, but I just wanted you all to follow me along as I learn how to teach as I learn how to teach an AI how to beat a game. Which game? I don't know yet. It'll probably be a video I follow along with. Title. I might do a title, I might not do a title. I think that's good enough for an intro. Here I am, everybody. It's already a different day because, as I discussed in the first segment of this video, I'm overwhelmed and I need to break things into smaller parts. So this is me breaking that into a smaller part. Look at that, and now you have an idea of who I'm subscribed to. And man, what's this channel? Left Stage Arts. Well, who are those folks? What the heck? What the heck? 10 subscribers already? Such a new. They've only had videos for 2 months. Well, this is a promising group of folks right here. Catch us on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's where I can see them. Wow, look at these. This is an active YouTube channel. Wow, look at this. I'm gonna subscribe to them. I think TJ is also there and one of them. Basically, my first step for anything is like if I have an idea of something I want to learn or do, I type it into YouTube. If YouTube doesn't find anything, then I Google it. I don't know. I'm a person who lives in the 21st century. I feel like that's probably common knowledge, but just in case it's not, if you're ever curious about like how do I learn how to program, you can go to YouTube. Well, it helps if you actually click it. How to learn programming for beginners, for example. It's really great. It's a great tool. Honestly, YouTube's almost better for learning things than actually being entertained these days. So yeah, there's plenty of stuff. So anyone who's clicked on this and doesn't know about coding, I recommend learning how to code. It's really great. And especially since AI is going to take over, if you learn how to code, you won't be taken over as quickly. How to teach an AI how to play a game. I don't want entertainment, I want education. This seems good. This seems like a good starting place. Reinforcement learning, train AI to play Snake. This seems like a good, oh, this is an hour and a half. This is the video I'm going to be following. It's an hour and a half, so let's strap in and at least get started today. We might not finish it today, but let's get started.
I don't know how to do stuff yet, but if I keep on doing stuff, I'll figure out how to do it.
Whoa, all right. That was, not as dense as I expected, but it was still pretty dense. But let's kind of talk about this. This video that Free Code Camp has is really good. They split it up into separate sections. The one I just watched was part 1, which was, and you'll find this with a bunch of coding things. Early stuff is just introducing you like core concepts of things. So like he talked about this stuff called reinforcement learning, which is what a lot of, at least this type of machine learning is based on that we're going to be using for the game. And yeah, there's like this pattern or architecture, however you favor it. We're going to have to code something for the game. We're going to have to code something for the agent and something for the model. The agent is something that contains both these things, game and model. If you ask me right now to go into the details of what each of these 3 things were, I wouldn't be able to do it. My friend at work had this way that he called it that I just can't get over. He would call it like drinking from a fire hose, you know? Like you're taking all this information at once. It's easy to contextualize that in an overwhelming way, but also you can look at it as like, no, there's a lot to take in. Trust the process, trust your brain, and know that over the course of time, it's going to eventually make sense. It's just right now you're taking on a lot at once. Your brain's a pretty powerful thing. It's gonna figure it out sooner than you might think. I was definitely getting that feeling initially watching this part 1 with all these concepts that he was going over. I mean, yeah, and he even joked about it when he got to this math part. And that is the thing I know about like AI and machine learning that is different from code. A lot of people think that coding in general deals with a lot of math. It really doesn't. Most of it is just, you know, like logic and like flow of like what that logic should do based on different conditions. Machine learning and AI, as I understand it, again, super entry level, new to it, that actually deals with some actual equations and calculations, right? I mean, we also do calculations in regular coding, but I digress. I'm really excited by this, and I'm going to keep breaking it down into small chunks. It's actually pretty late now, but this was day 1. I think day 2 is going to be a little more fun because we're going to break into actual implementation, which is, you know, the actual coding part. That's the fun part. And it allows you to get more context for these concepts, and they start making a little more sense. You gotta do the monkey see and the monkey do, right? Okay, it's been another week. If it were you, maybe you'd be able to watch this whole video in one day. I can't. I'm too busy making money moves and doing so many other things. Let's watch part 2. So now there's something apparently called Conda that I don't know about yet, so now I have to learn about that. I also need to download a bunch of dependencies, which if you don't know what dependencies are because you don't code, it's basically a bunch of stuff that you need to code. So I need to get all the stuff I need. Okay, so I learned that Anaconda is just for basically, there are different things that you want to do with programming, and I guess I don't really know how this converts between what I'm used to, but essentially you have to set up a space or an environment where you can install a certain version of Python because your dependencies might need like an older version. This is all very confusing, heady stuff that we don't need to get too into, but essentially it's just something that I'm not sure if we necessarily need Anaconda in particular, but we need it to kind of get all our stuff set up and ready to go for starting to code. Is the executable working? What's good here? This install is taking a minute, bro. Okay, it's finally done installing, so let me see if it... Wait, I installed it, but it's not showing up. What the f...
Then I spent an hour getting mad, just the thing I was trying to install wouldn't work. So I had kept Googling solutions, and no one had the answer, so it took a very, very long time.
It's examining conflicts, everybody. Why does it just work for other people? Why can't it work for me too? Every single video is just like, now go to your Windows Start menu and search Anaconda prompt. Not for me. Oh wait, I don't see base anymore. Did it break? Let me try typing Conda again. Hold on. Yay, Conda works now because I added it as a path variable. Cool. Let's go to the video now and finally be able to do the stuff. Maybe. Now apparently I have to activate it. Conda, activate, Pygame, env. Nice. Give me a sec, bro. I really thought that he was going to have us, you know, make the snake game. Maybe that is still the plan, but he said that it was from another one of his tutorials. I might click on that one and I'll also view it, but honestly, I'm already like tuckered out. I've been recording for like an hour. It's taken me just an hour to get like all this environment stuff set up. And from the root video that we started with, I'm only like 5 minutes further, if that. More realistically, under 4. I don't know. I'll record more next time. Never try anything in life. Okay, I'm back again with this. Last time was pretty demotivating because it didn't go great. I did eventually get everything set up that I needed to. It was just very intense.
Now at least I finally get to code. Sometimes in life random things trigger me and then I'll stop crying.
Alright, well we got through part 2 of the video. This guy's very nice, but it's very hard. It's hard anyway to understand someone else's code, but he was breezing through a lot of the stuff, which is fine, you know, he's trying to get all this stuff done pretty concisely and quickly. But I would recommend, like, especially if you're new to coding in any way, if you're ever watching one of these like super popular and upvoted things on YouTube where it's literally like they're basically just like telling you what lines of code to write, but really quickly and like rattling it off within like 10 seconds, and maybe they'll explain like one thing for like a heartbeat and then move past it, but you have about 10 questions on it. The stuff in this video could very easily be covered in like a whole, like, you know, 3 classes a week course over a few months. Like, I get that. I just followed along and coded with him, but how much did I actually learn or acquire from that? It remains to be seen. I don't even know the audience for who's watching this video, but if you find any code alongs, take anything with a grain of salt and realize that, like, yes, it's better than doing nothing, but it should probably only be like superficially what you're doing. What I'm already understanding here is like, okay, this truly is the tip of the iceberg. I'm gonna probably have to do a lot more research on concepts and stuff just because of like how fast it's going. And it's weird because like in the context of any other sort of content today, you think a 90-minute video is long, but we're dealing with freaking robots. We're dealing with AI. Like 90 minutes is nothing. It's nothing. That's all I have to say about that. Let's just jump into part 3 because we've done the concepts, basics of the concepts. We set up our environment and we implemented the Snake AI. And now we have to get an agent that controls the game, and then we can create and train a neural network. Okay, let's see if we can maybe at least break into part 3 then. Oh man, okay. Well, that started really good because this is what we just covered in that last part, y'all. We had to make the agent, which is what interfaces with the game and the model, which I'm still not sure what all those different things are. This was a new file that we just worked on in that part, and he talked through it, and most of it we typed out together, but this one, literally this function, he was like, I'm gonna copy and paste this because I don't want to mess it up. And then he like briefly went through it. Yeah, this is like the whole thing, and it started out simple and optimistic, but y'all ever just get reminded that you're not as smart as you think you are? That's kind of what that was. But you know, you don't have to understand everything at once. You gotta start somewhere. I would say as long as we can get this up and running before the end of the video, I'd still consider it a success. But I mean, at this point, we are an hour and 11 minutes into the hour 38 video. My brain's burnt out, so we'll probably need one more session to finish this up. If I was intimidated before, I'm definitely intimidated now. And I'm just like, I don't know how easily like convertible this is gonna be because so much of this stuff seems to be pretty hard coded around how this Snake game works. And so for me to be able to efficiently like move it over to something I actually like, a game I actually want to teach, it's not going to be an easy task. I'm going to have to understand a lot of these concepts even better than I already do, and even better than he can explain them, which again, I can't fault him. He's clearly kind for even sharing this information, but man, y'all, this stuff is kind of thick, but we're going to get there. We're already so much further than we once were. So I'll see you all in a sec. It's going to be a different day for me. But same one for you, hopefully. We're back for another day. And today I plan to finish up this video, and then we'll wrap up the video with things we've learned and that kind of stuff. But this should be the last time for the... I've started offline also just continuing my own research and studying of AI and machine learning. I think it's just one of those things where like every day I need to research and learn more about it just because there's a lot of moving parts to it, and I kind of got to start putting my 10,000 hours in for it. So if you're interested, there's a YouTube channel for Stanford online, and they offer like reinforcement learning and also AI. There's a machine learning class, but if that's too mathy, there's also a course on Coursera, which I'm checking out, and there are also other multiple resources. But essentially, like, I'm starting to research outside of the context of just this video because I've realized that for my intents and purposes, it's going to take a little bit more. I've learned different types of machine learning, and I'm realizing the limitations of what I want to do because there's this stuff called supervised learning, which is a lot more popular in machine learning. And that's when you have like a bunch of data that you can just throw at something. Well, you can throw at like an AI, and basically that's how it learns how to do stuff, is based on data that already exists. But the stuff that I want to do is more based on like building it from the ground up, which I don't know if it's per se more complicated, but it's definitely different. Because if you look online, for example, and you see like, I think there's a tutorial for teaching an AI how to play League of Legends really well. It works off of a bunch of data that you're able to retrieve from the League of Legends API, which is great because thankfully League of Legends makes that game very public. But if you want to do what I do, for example, which is, spoiler alert, gonna be like more of like a ROM-based game and teaching that with machine learning, that's not really publicly available. Like, I can't get a huge data set of like people's games and their playthroughs and that kind of thing. So I kind of got to get that data together from scratch so that, or set my model up as such so that my AI can actually like teach itself through reinforcement learning how to play. So that's why I think, yeah. There's a bunch of stuff that I'm learning about, but it's good because I'm learning about the stuff and it'll eventually make more sense. Anyway, let's just finish this video. I don't really know why I talked about all that. Because it's fun.
Just keep trying and you will succeed. Within yourself is the strength that you need.
Y'all, it actually worked first try without breaking. Wait, oh, whoops. I accidentally clicked on something. I actually copied down his code. I thought I was gonna have to pull down everything from GitHub, but it seems like my stuff is working. So I guess I've missed my true calling as a stenographer because I got it down word for data entrist. But yeah, so I'm in my console right now. I just finished up the part 4 of the video, which was just wrapping up what we were missing with our code. We added this helper to basically plot the information as our thing learns how to do its thing. We have these 4 separate files that we ended up coding over the course of this video. And yeah, I'll just show you what it does. I type in python agent.py in my path and with my environment set up, and then I hit shift instead of enter, I think. This is the game, it's running. And then, so that's the plot to the left, that other window. And so each time it fails, it plots data based on that. So like you'll see every time it hits a wall. In the video, I haven't finished the video, but what he basically did was just like, let's see if it gets better over time. And he basically started fast forwarding it. And as you'll see pretty shortly, I think, you'll notice on the left, see there's data being populated on that figure because it's like learning more from each thing. This is wild. It's like doing, now I don't know how long or how many games it'll take for it to get better, but as you can tell, it doesn't really know what it's doing, but honestly, it's probably playing better than I could. Oh, now it just ran into itself. But probably if we kept this running for a while, good things would happen. I'll keep this running for like a second and see if it gets any better. Actually, I'll check his video really quick and see like how long he waited for it to get better. Oh, I just don't want this to crash. I think he ended up going through for his like 100 games. Mine is on game 35 and still hasn't improved past like, because the blue line I think is like its total score, and then the orange line that you see is like the average score it gets. Whoa, I think my thing just crashed because I clicked on it. Yeah. Oh no. I think if I update the game speed, it'll train faster. So let me try putting it at 100 because that's what he was saying in the video. If he was like, if you want it to train faster, just do this. All right, now let's try running. Yeah, see how fast that thing goes now? Now we're already on game 6. Look at it go. Oh, we got all the way to score 2 on this one. This little thing's learning. Okay, well, okay. It's not really learning. It's doing its best. Come on, little snake. You got this, man. Just get one. Get one once. I believe in you, dude. It got another score. Score 0. Yeah. You got it. Come on, dude. Yes! Scored 2 again. Come on, improve. Oh, I should probably move this over just a bit so you can see like, yeah, in the console it's showing the overall games it's done. You can see we're on game 28, 29 now. It still hasn't beaten 2. Come on. Get to 3. Get to 3, little snake. You got this. Ah, come on. 2. Come on. I believe in you, little snake. Yo, dude, it just beasted from 2 points to 6. What was that run, dude? That was wild. What is happening right now? My little AI's learning, dude. 3, 4, huge. Can we break 10 though? I feel like once we break 10,
You see that orange line? The mean score is getting better. It's getting higher. That's the real growth, dude. People say growth ain't linear. Look at my graph right here, my little snake friend, bro. This is so awesome. Game 63, score 5. Let's go. Come on. That was one thing he said. He said that one of the bugs is once it gets long enough, it kind of like traps itself. So you can kind of like try and code and figure out a way to fix that. But that's a problem way further down the line that we're not even at yet. It's getting better though. Still hasn't beaten that anomaly. That crazy 6-7, dude! I was just saying it wasn't, and then it did! It was awesome. Can we break 10? Can we break 10 before game 100? We are on game 80. You have 20 more games to break a high score of 10, little AI. Dude, no, it's crazy! It just got a high score of 12! And now it's just looping. Now it's stuck. Now it's just looping. It is going. There we go. It crashed. Oh, now it gets a consistent. It just gets it now. It just gets it. It just gets it now. Literally the game after 12, it jumped up to 24, bro. It literally doubled it. Oh my. The gains. The gains. It's up to 28. Yo. What? All right. Let's break 30. Let's break 30. It's not even on game 100 yet. Bro, my AI is really doing better than the tutorial guys. I'm talking, I don't know. It's his code. It's not mine. What am I doing right now? Come on, let's break 30. Let's break 30. Easy. Can we get to 50? 41? 44? 47? 48? 49? 50? Oh, we got to 53! Dude, this thing is amazing. I could never. I think I've belabored the point, but that was this was very exciting, and the answer is, and I'm just gonna. I was thinking of putting it back onto like the nice camera like we had at the beginning, but I think the proof is in the pudding. Can I teach an AI how to beat a game? Well, Snake is an unbeatable game, so it's probably poor titling on my part. But can I teach an AI how to play a game? The answer is yes. I just have to copy someone else's code. Y'all check out this video. Y'all try and follow along for 10 minutes. This stuff is hard. My goal going forward, it's probably gonna be a minute before the next video on this, but I still have a long-term goal to do something. You might be able to figure it out, but shh, don't tell anybody. Or let me know in the comments what you think what I'm trying to pull. And maybe or maybe not, I'll tell you. I'm gonna keep on learning, studying on my own time. I'll be sure to document it so that in the next video, I'll share with you. I will not gatekeep any of this information. I will lay out exactly for you what I have followed beyond this video. And so far, in the confines of this video, you've seen just about everything that I've learned. I've started some other stuff, but that'll be covered in... Trust me, I know very little outside of what I've shown you. Like, I am still a baby learning how to crawl. Following along with this video is probably running before I even knew how to, walk. Dang, we've broken 50 a few times. Thanks for watching. I was able to achieve this. It took a few weeks of following along, primarily just because it's so dang hard to hold your attention for a second. I'm sure some people could, you know, especially if you're off camera and you're not trying to make a video out of it, you could probably do this code along in one afternoon by yourself. And if you can, more power to you. This was the dopamine hit I needed to show, look, powers in your hands. This is off. When I tell y'all, I was expecting something to break. There were some like compilation errors. Well, I guess interpreter errors, because I don't think Python's compiled. That doesn't matter. But like there were errors with like there were syntax errors, but they were because there were syntax errors from the guy conducting the tutorial. And so, of course, I had those same syntax errors because I copied his code. Man, I'm just gassing myself up. It broke 50, bro! It's at 70. Oh, we gotta stick around and see if it gets to 100. I'll let y'all know if it breaks 100. It's on game 111. I might just keep this thing running. This is so cool. Stick around to see what happens next on my journey to 10,000 hours as an AI machine learning engineer. Take care of yourselves. See you next time.